This is going to be our first episode in our podcast. I make a lot of videos here at the gym for my members. A lot of them are a little bit funny, off the cuff. What's the acronym? NSFW. Most of my videos are very NSFW. I have to put a rating on them typically, so I wouldn't expect this podcast to be much different. Maybe don't turn it up if you're sitting in a corporate place full of snowflakes. My intention is to melt snowflakes. That's what I do for a living. That said, we are in Ocala, Florida. I own a gym. It's called Iron Legion. Iron Legion is I'd say it's a strength subculture in downtown Ocala, Florida, where we focus on a lot of the disciplines in fitness that they're not mainstream. I would say the most mainstream thing that we do here at Iron Legion would be CrossFit, but even CrossFit in and of itself, we kind of reject the entire follow us, do what we do type thing coming out of California. We don't really appreciate the way CrossFit's turning into more and more of a franchise every day, starting to look like a franchise every day. It's everybody's starting to act like it's a franchise every day. It's very annoying. We do our own programming here. Everything that we do is with intent. It's functional fitness based. And what does that mean? It means sitting like you would sit is a squat, right? Reaching at things overhead. Those types of things are basic functions, basic human movements. And we're going to focus on that type of stuff here, but we're going to do it in a little bit different way. We won't have machines at Iron Legion. When you walk in, you're just not going to see them. At best, you're going to see a rower. You might see a ski erg, something like that. But most things that we do here are going to be gymnastics based, free weight based, and most importantly, coached. Everything we do at Iron Legion, you have somebody leading you along the way. Somebody that can help you, somebody that can guide you. Whether it's your first day ever doing anything physical, you're 60 years old, you're 18 years old, it doesn't matter. We have a coach with you every step of the way. We understand your goals, we know where you want to go, and we create our programs so that we can facilitate that type of person, or we can also facilitate the advanced athlete that can come in looking for extra coaching, looking for better efficiency cues, looking for better ways to move. Our coaches have an eye for both. They can work with the beginners, they can work with the advanced, and they can obviously work with people in the middle, which is where most of us lie, right? We're somewhere in the middle, and a lot of us, we've all been there. I've been there. The reason I started Iron Legion in this style of training is I used to travel all around the world for work. And I'd be stuck in these little shit gyms all over the place. Corporate gyms, LA Fitnesses, Gold's Fitness, all this type of shit that's out there. And you'd walk into these places and there'd be 100 people in there working out. And I've never been so alone. Everybody's got their earbuds in, everybody's focused on the me, looking in the mirror type shit. No one's ever really doing any real work. And it's just a lonely, boring, zero social connection style of fitness, and I hated it. I could not stand it. So one of the biggest things that we have here is we take a lot of that, like what am I gonna do today, out of the thinking process of your fitness. If you were like me, you were following, in the Globo Gym days. I was excited when I cracked open like a Men's Health magazine and I found a random program in there to follow. Wow, this is gonna be really neat. And I'd follow that at Gold's Gym. And then I would burn that stupid magazine program out and just be completely bored out of my skull, move on to another one. And in the meantime, gone to 6 different gyms, just faceless, boring programs and workouts. I don't have that here. So we take that, what am I gonna do today type thing out of the fitness. You come in, our coaches already have a workout program for you. That workout's gonna be programmed in a way that is going to accelerate and accentuate your GPP, your general physical preparedness. What does that mean? We're going to make you more capable than you've ever been before. We're going to use different disciplines to do that. CrossFit being one of them, weightlifting. I would say weightlifting is a base as your structure. CrossFit as a methodology for your endurance, your cardio, some strength, some gymnastics, some mobility. And then we have our jiu-jitsu piece that lays on top, which gives us our self-defense. Obviously a lot more cardio, endurance, and mobility there too. If we can get athletes to start moving around in these three domains, weightlifting, CrossFit, and jiu-jitsu, we've seen very, very capable people come out of this. And what do I mean by capable people? So if I go back to what we were talking about with the Globo Gym, we're just going to call it Globo Gyms. Since this isn't a trademarked podcast, I doubt anybody's going to come sue me for talking shit on Gold's Gym and LA Fitness. So, and if they do, maybe like negative press is good, right? I'll take it. So I would go to these particular gyms and I would train these little magazine things and I would work these little programs that I would find. And, you know, I would be around some people, you know, in my corporate life that were very similar to that. They would do those same styles of workouts and they looked fit, right? They had they had a little bit of musculature on their body, but realistically, when you really started digging into these people, they couldn't really run around the block. They couldn't really do much. It's really just show muscles, gym muscles, those types of things. When I found CrossFit and functional fitness style training, I found something that I've been searching for. I could go to a gym, and at the time, this was probably 2010, 2011, CrossFit Firebase in Orlando, Florida was where I really cut my teeth on CrossFit, and these guys showed me a style of training that I'd never seen before. So it was intense, it was gritty, it was raw, it was heavy, and it just was every fucking thing that I was looking for. But on top of that, there was a camaraderie there. In the first day, I met more people in that gym than I'd met going all around the world to all these other gyms everywhere else. I'm still friends with those guys to this day. Some of the best friendships I made is through suffering on the floor right there at CrossFit Firebase. We do that here at Iron Legion too. It's important. So capable, yes. I was training and working my corporate job at the same time. I was in the airport construction business, building large airports all around the world. At times, I would handle anywhere from a $20 million project to a $60 million project. I was that guy, and I could run 10 to 12 of those at a time. So I'm bouncing all around the country, managing these multi-million-dollar projects. And you can imagine the meetings that you would be having, sitting down, talking to these guys while you're talking about ripping their airport apart and rebuilding it while they still have to process passengers through and fly planes through. Intense, right? So you're sitting in there with airport owners, GMs, some of the biggest heavyweights in the FAA and the Homeland Security arena, but nothing could make you feel more at ease as to go into a workout at CrossFit Firebase at 6 o'clock in the morning and getting your ass handed to you by some crazy workout thought up by the owners and the coaches. There's nothing in the rest of that day after that workout that's going to be hard. I could literally walk into those meetings with those airport guys and there was nothing stress-wise that could ever affect me because you can't bother me. After what I went through this morning, there's no level of stress in this meeting that you can take away, right? You're just not going to be able to lay that down on me. And I became really, really good and a lot more capable at my job because confidence, strength. I'm building those things through that functional fitness, that style of training. So I bring that here to Iron Legion. If we look around our community at Iron Legion, it's full of top performing people. And I'm not going to say they are the best athletes in the world. You're not looking at Olympic athletes. You're not looking at professional athletes here at Iron Legion. What I mean by top performing people, I mean like excellent mothers and fathers. I mean business owners that are running very efficient companies. We're talking managers at facilities that are just, I mean, their work schedules are intense and they are crazy. But this style of workout appeals to them because it pushes them. It pushes them out of their comfort zone. It pushes them to an uncomfortable place, and they have to learn how to acclimate here, and they can take that back into their life, into their lifestyle, right? So forging better humans is just that. What we do here at Iron Legion is we forge better humans, and we do that through suffering and sacrifice. And I know that sounds really big and heavy and words that aren't very common, But sacrifice, I mean, you probably hear that one a lot. But, you know, suffering, nobody wants to suffer. Everybody's just designed for comfort. All they're ever digging for is comfort, comfort, comfort. We need to have some type of discomfort to grow. Believe it or not, humans are no different than any other animal. We seek out and look for comfort. As a hunter, I love to hunt. It's pretty amazing sometimes for something as wily and smart as a whitetail buck or a deer to follow their tracks in the snow along a fence line and see that the spot where they cross the fence line is actually where the broken board is or the busted step down barbed wire is. They seek out the easy route. They're not going to always jump the fence, right? Now, the older they get, the smarter they get, they probably will take that route. But your general deer, the majority of your herds of deer are going to take that lesser route, that more comfortable route. Humans aren't any different. They're really looking for a very comfortable place. That's all we ever really seek out. The idea behind Iron Legion is to take you out of that comfortable place, to really stimulate your mind, to fire you up and get you challenged, make you have to take on challenges, because we've done so well here in the USA of taking away all uncomfortable things that even our gyms are like palaces of comfort. You ride an escalator inside, the doors slide open when you walk in, the air conditioner hits you in the face, the TVs are on. It's just so monotonously boring and overly comfortable. When you walk into Iron Legion, you ain't gonna get none of that. Everything that we do here is gonna be hot, it's gonna be gritty, it's gonna be dirty, and it's gonna be tough. So we challenge you, and that builds a better person. That forging better humans, it works on a confidence level. So when you realize that you can actually push through those 10 heavy reps, or you can actually pick up that gymnastics workout that you never thought you'd be able to do, when you leave the gym, you're standing a little bit taller, you're a lot more confident, and that pushes out into the world, right? I'm not trying to build D1 athletes. I'm trying to build better people, better mothers, better fathers, better business owners, better managers of companies, better just all around people altogether. And that starts with taking care of your health and your fitness. That starts by becoming stronger. Becoming stronger means you've got to put yourself in an uncomfortable place. So that's what we're all about here at Iron Legion. So if I was going to talk about one of the biggest barriers of entry to a fitness modality like CrossFit or Iron Legion in general, I'd say intimidation and fear are the biggest turnaways for most people for CrossFit. And what I mean by that is, they're afraid to try new things, or they've heard these random, people get hurt doing CrossFit, blah, 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 right? It's intimidation, it's fear. They don't want to, they want to stay comfortable, they want to stay in their little bubble, right? To make it worse, I don't make it any better by naming my gym Iron Legion. I don't know if you've been through our website, but it's a little bit different. Doesn't look like a gym website. Our methodology is a little bit rough. We're a little stronger than most. We have flames all over the place, skulls, lots of runes, very black, very dark. So I would say that, I get it. Intimidation, fear, those types of things are barriers of entry to a business. So why would you do that? Why would you set your business up that way where it's intimidating right off the rip? I have to take you back to a story that always makes me laugh because, you'll see why. So I've been training jiu-jitsu now for probably 2 years, coming up on 2 years. I'm not good, I really suck at it, but I keep going. And it's actually been an endeavor that I just really, really enjoy. I don't know why, because I'm continuously getting my ass kicked on the daily. But I keep going back because that's just my nature. I want it as a skill and I will not give up on it. So I train here in our gym, but also go to Orlando from time to time to our partner gym, American Combat Club. And I can remember in the first couple of weeks of going down there, I was talking to the owner, Mitch, and he's recommended a coach that was going to start coming up here to train with us. And I'd never really met the guy, so I just kept hearing the name. So one day I come in, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and we get ready to do our rolls. We've been doing all of our training, we do our skills and drills, that type of stuff. It gets to the end where we have the 3 live rolls. For those of you that done jiu-jitsu, you know what I'm talking about. The end of class, the part that everybody's excited about, y'all want to get to. So we go to do these live rolls, and Mitch goes, "You're gonna wrestle with Terry." Well, Terry didn't do any of the skills and drill stuff. He just came in, and he was sitting over there. He wasn't even drinking a coffee, guys. Like, he was just sitting on the mats with his hands in front of him, not really even stretching, just looking fucking intimidating. Terrifying looking dude, man. Covered in tattoos, leaning forward, just a fuck you look on his face. He's got this resting, just asshole face. And I looked over at the guy, and I looked at Mitch, and he's like, "You're going to be wrestling with Terry." I was like, all right. I went over and I wrestled with Terry. I have to say, I took an extra breath when I looked at him. I'm like, this is going to be a rough fucking roll. It turned out that Terry was one of the most knowledgeable people that I had ever rolled with in jiu-jitsu. He was the most patient, the most understanding, and he took a lot of time anytime I got stuck to explain how to get in and how to get out of certain types of movements inside of these rolls. I was beyond blown away. The reason I tell you this story is because of the level of intimidation that this guy had, right? If you see him walking down the street, you wouldn't fuck with him. I mean, he's just got that look about him. He's got that FAFO look, that fuck around, find out look, right? Turns out, though, he's super knowledgeable. And it's not just knowledgeable, it's who he is as a person. He wears it all over him. It is not to be confused with fuck around, find out as a tactic to keep you to leave him alone. It's fuck around, find out. This motherfucker knows what he's doing. I like that. Iron Legion exudes that. We have that same look. We have that same intimidating look, I guess. But when you get inside of these doors and you become part of this group, you start finding out that our coaching staff is extremely knowledgeable. They're super welcoming. So my point is, Iron Legion is that. Iron Legion may appear very intimidating on the surface. Yes, we have CrossFit as one of our modalities. We do a lot of gymnastics. We do jiu-jitsu. We do a lot of things that aren't comfortable. Intimidation and fear, I think, when you see that in the beginning and you don't want to walk through those doors, it's there for a reason. Because once you do walk through these doors and you do take the chance to roll with a guy like Terry, or you come to sign up and talk to people at Iron Legion, you become a member, when you're here and you commit and you put in the work, the coaches have your back. Everyone here is welcoming. You start finding out that the coaches are extremely knowledgeable. They're here to help you along the way. They want to make you better. They strive to make you better. The other day we had somebody was concerned that they were going to be taking up a little bit too much of one of our coaches' time. I looked at them and said, "You're asking a painter to paint. That's what we do. We take a little bit of extra time with each one of our members to get you exactly where you need to go." Now, it may look scary on the front end, but my point is, being scary on the front end doesn't mean anything. Once you get in and find out why you look that way, there's a reason behind it. So take the step. Get outside of your comfort zone. I'm hoping over the next few podcasts that I can go into greater detail, introduce you to a few of our members, introduce you to a few of our top performers, find out how Iron Legion is used to make their lives better, how they became a better mom, how their kids became better kids, different things like that. We believe that a lot of the modalities that we train here do that. They make people better. So for us, you'll see my hashtag a lot, strength over fear. That's a big play on the COVID days where the signs I see all over, faith over fear. Faith over fear signs all over the place. Taking a knee and praying and hoping that things are going to get better, they ain't going to work, folks. You have to take action. You have to get up on your 2 feet, and you have to move, and you have to get stronger, and you have to stay healthy. These times demand it. Your family demands it. You've got to be stronger. You have to take care of yourself. And that starts by physically taking care of yourself. Mentally comes second. When you're here training in the gym, mentally, you're going to feel better. You're doing something. You're taking action. You're getting stronger. You're no longer fearful. You're strong. You're able to take on the day. When you leave here, your shoulders are braced. You're ready for the rest of the day. Faith, sure. Faith is a good thing, but strength first. Strength first all day long. Faith helps bolster strength. So faith over fear, it's a nice thought. But the actual action that you're going to need is strength over fear. You have to be strong, and that combats fearfulness. I hope that you guys can take a little bit away from this today. It's really more of an introduction about what we're about, some of the things that we're going to be focusing on, some of the things we're going to be talking about in the future. I hope I didn't butcher it up too much and bore the shit out of you, because I think that as we go, this is only going to get better. So enjoy your day, stay strong. If you need some help here in the Ocala area, we are a 100% non-virtual experience. Come down here to Ocala, Florida, ask for me. If you see my truck parked out front, I'm here to help. That's what I do. Out.